Situated between Ghana and Benin, Togo is only about 22,000 square miles, but this small country has lots and lots to offer. It is here that you will find the world's largest voodoo market, voodoo priests, a huge grand market with tons and tons of fabric. In Togo, there are several museums, cathedrals, a house of slaves, and let's not forget the friendly people here. Friendly people comes with tasty food. It is a lot over here. Come explore Togo with me, country 6 of 54 countries in Africa that I am visiting. The West African country of Togo is only a 10 hours flight from New York non-stop. The airport Lomé is like the Atlanta Hartsfield of West Africa. It is such a busy hub. Because of this, you can easily connect to several West African countries from here. Hi everyone, this is Habeeb's Passport. I am a Ugandan American on a mission to visit every country in Africa. Wherever possible, I am paying for my flights using points that I've accumulated with Amex and Chase. For this particular flight, I transferred 40,000 Amex points to Aeroplan and paid 49 Canadian dollars for a one-way ticket on Ethiopian Airlines in economy class. As the best way to travel to Togo is to obtain an e-visa before you arrive. I faced significant delays at the airport as I obtained my visa on arrival. For my first night in Togo, I booked myself into the Onomo Hotel, and this is because they have free airport transfers. Now, my advice to you is whenever you go to Africa, most especially, you will normally be ripped off by the taxis at the airport. This has happened to me in several countries. So what I do is I book myself into a hotel and have the hotel pick me up from the airport. They won't overcharge you. Take me to that hotel. I spend one night there and then transfer to an Airbnb the next day. And this is what I did. The Onomo Hotel is situated about 15 minutes from the airport and is right next to the beach. I'm just right across from my hotel over there. And there is a beach here. And it seems like there's some sort of organized activity going on here. I don't know if they are open or if they have some drinks, because I would love to have one. The beach looks good over here, but it was polluted down there, which is really sad. So I'm gonna go ask these people if they're open or figure out what's going on here. The next morning, first thing was to get a haircut, and then we proceeded with the tour guide to the Lomé Grand Market. Oh my God. Okay. So I have a problem with these markets in Africa. Whenever I come here, I am constantly buying different art pieces and paintings, all that. And when I get back home in Atlanta, it's like I'm not even sure where to hang this stuff. I don't know why I have this problem, but I'm trying to avoid going to these markets. Anyway, if you do go there, just remember you need to sharpen your bargaining skills, as these guys will know that you're not from the country, and obviously you're going to have a way different price, probably more expensive than what you could have got this item in the US, okay? One other thing about the Togo market is that it is a hub for fabrics in West Africa. Back in the 50s, there was this group of women called Nana Bands, and they used to trade fabrics in Europe with Togo, and hence this became this huge trading place for fabrics in West Africa. The next stop was the Akodessewa Fetish Market. This is the world's largest voodoo market, featuring monkey heads, skulls, dead birds, crocodiles, etc. What's your name?
My name is Mark.
Alright.
So when we listen about Fetish market, it's only one in ECOWAS state in Africa. So with that, we have the voodoo priests in Fetish market they use in medicine. You know, like 70 years ago in Africa, our ancestors cannot get hospital in Africa. So when you get sickness in these times, you have to go and see the voodoo priest. After you give your name to him, he will consult it. After that, to know when the sickness is spiritual or physical. After that, if it's spiritual, they can tell you go to buy the different kind of animals. So when we go to the stand, you have a question you ask me, I will give you the reply.
Thank you. Yeah. Let's go.
First, what you have to do, we cut inside the animal. With some intestines, we have to remove and take away. Now, with the antibiotic leaves, is to make all the in powder. We put in the stomach of the animal to store all in dried, like this owl. Have you seen it? No, it's true. People are called this place Fetish market, but it is possible to call the name like it's like a traditional pharmacy in Africa.
Okay.
That's why some people are come in the market to buy, but some people are come to get healing from the diseases. If you have a headache, an example, you come with me and you tell me, I have a stomach problem, headache, or if you have a body pains. Me, I know how to use the things, but the voodoo priest, the original voodoo priest, he will consult to know the real face of the sickness before they can tell you by this, by that. To treat the sickness in spiritual, not in physical.
Not in physical. So if I go with a headache, you can give me the
yes,
medicine, but then the priest will say you have a headache because of this reason.
Yes, the reason you don't do at a time, or yes, you don't respect the
karma
or something like
yeah. Okay.
That's why normally voodoo priests will consult it to know what is the meaning of the problem.
Okay.
Yes.
Which diseases have you cured? Which diseases, yes, have you cured?
Any kind of disease you get.
So COVID.
Yes.
How
stomach problems, spiritual sickness.
Right.
Yes.
How about COVID?
You said
COVID. Coronavirus.
Yes, you know.
Which one works?
COVID.
Yes.
We use the skin of animal. Then we add the I forget the name of the things. It's a small one, and then we just cut small pieces. We add the alcohol to drink.
Alcohol.
Yes.
Oh God.
It's to prevent you against the
COVID, coronavirus.
Because it's like a vaccination you get. It protect you against different kind of disease. It's clear?
Okay. Yes,
it's not to treat the sickness definitively, no. It's to you prevent you the first like vaccination you get against the sickness if you get it.
Okay.
Yeah, before the arrival of European men in Africa, our grandfather used labor to protect your house, the market. But this one is to protect your house against the thieves and bad people. Why labor have 4 pennies? Labor will say that he get the fire in his car. An example, that represents the statue. But when we go inside, I will show you the small one. And the small one, we give him cigarettes once a year. New year, you give him cigarette. You like the cigarette, you give it to him. You smoke, or you put the alcohol. So he is prepared already. That's why he get the pennies here.
It was quite interesting to know, as the guide explained, that even if you're overseas, you can reach out to them and they can cure your ailments.
You know, I want to give you one example. If you live in Uganda and you don't get, like you get sickness, but you don't get a time to come and see the voodoo priest in this moment. So it is possible with your name, the voodoo priest can work for you. After you write your name and send to him, you send the money. So he'll go and buy the ingredients and make one talisman with the old ingredient. Now with that, the talisman now, he will go in the market. He can buy the rats or the parrots or the pigs.
Apparently there is a voodoo priest over there, and these guys are convincing me to go speak to him. I don't know if I have any issues that I want to tell him, but I think I'll go in and just find out how it's like.
It's the seed of ebony tree. The name is Dagbakwi, Fetish of memory retention. After you come back from your website in the night, before you have to go in on the bed, you put in the left hand. Now you put 3 drops of water. You have to rub it. You hold it in the left hand. You make 1, 2, 3 like the cross. So you put under the pillow and you sleep on that. And then after tomorrow, 30 minutes and get good sleeping.
After listening and learning about the different talismans, I was convinced to buy some of them to take home with me, but I declined. However, I did opt to pay the 5,000 cefas, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was 5,000 cefas to listen to what the voodoo priest had to say about my life. And after giving him the money, he did his thing. It's very interesting. And then he actually told me that there were these enemies who were trying to dig a pit for me to fall in. On top of that, then he said that it was my father's spirit that was protecting me from these enemies, and I had to really thank my father for that. That was very interesting to hear.
Yeku, that means is like your enemies dig the well from you, you fell inside.
My enemies dig
Yes.
the well and I fell inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that person is not far from you. Okay, you see, you open your left hand, you want to see. You have to say big thank you for the spirit of your father, because he did with you every time.
The tour at the Fetish market is about an hour and maybe an hour and a half if you want to do the whole voodoo priest thing as I did. They also do have different things that they do sell there that you can take with you, some memorabilia or whatever. If you do go to Togo, to Lomé, definitely do visit the Fetish market and hear about the history of voodoo in Togo. The next stop was the Monument de l'Independence. So here we were given trouble entering this place. It's supposed to be free, but they did charge us 500 cefas apparently because it was late. Anyway, there is really nothing to do in this place. It's just that a monument, no big deal. And then just cross the street. This is at a roundabout. Just cross the street and then there is this huge art center. So this is just something you can pass by, maybe take a picture, but there is nothing to do here. We are at Palais de Lome. A little bit difficult to get to, even if it's right in the center of Lomé. The cab driver didn't seem to know where this place is, so we first went to a place that was an administrative building. But here we are, finally found it. So at the Palais de Lome, this is an incredible place that you really should visit. It's a very nice exhibition. It features artists from Togo, Ghana, Nigeria, and Benin. The guide did tell me that they do hold different workshops and they have like school kids come there, young audiences who are in the arts, and talks and all sorts of live shows. So it's just really a very well kept area. Kudos to the people managing this place. It's very clean and it is really interesting to see the African artists exhibiting at this place. So I was also told that the park contributes to promoting Togo's natural resources. They do have these different sections that have different plants and features that are also found in Togo. There is one that has like a sand, like sandy shores, and then there is one that they call the grass savanna that features different kinds of succulents, palm and cactus plants. Then there is an alleyway and also in an enchanted forest and also a cultivated forest. So it is very beautiful. One highlight is this kind of big pool that has some fish in it. We were told that once you hit the concrete around the pool, it will attract the fish. We did that and that was also great to see. Togo National Museum. This is situated at Palais de Congrès in the city center. The exhibits in here are actually a great way to catch up on your history class. To get in, it's approximately about $3, about, again, 1,500 cefas for foreigners. And of course, if you're with a tour guide, it is less for them. I do recommend that you go with a tour guide who obviously speaks English, as the museum will give you an insight into Togo's past with cultural and historical exhibits. Expect to spend between 45 and 1 hour in here. It is not that big, but it's quite interesting to learn about Togo's past. The Museum of International Art is located on the main road in Lomé. Lomé has this one main road that is parallel to the beach. Again, if you love museums and you're in Lomé, they do have quite a number of them, so that will definitely keep you busy. And unfortunately, at this particular one, they do not allow photography, so there isn't much I can show you. However, I do recommend you visit it, as it's easy to get to and it is interesting as well. Right in the middle of the busy Lomé market is this incredible Sacred Heart Cathedral. It is quite the scene coming from the market, and then all of a sudden you're in this very peaceful, quiet and clean place. Now, about 50% of the population in Togo practice Christianity, then about 30% practice traditional beliefs, and then about 15% are practicing Islam. So it is very common to find cathedrals in different areas of the country. There are not that many things to do in Togo generally. However, I recommend that if you are visiting Ghana, you can take a quick trip over to Togo, maybe for about 2 or 3 days. But if you do have an extended visit in Togo, one area that you can drive to is a place called Palais. It's about 2 hours from Lomé. And over there, we're here now, we're at Mount Agou. Mount Agou is the tallest mountain in Togo, and so we're here. It is 986 meters tall, and with just about 2,000 franc entry fee, you will be able to hike or drive, as we were lazy. So we drove up, and normally on a clear day you have spectacular views, but today it's quite cloudy. Also, a lot of the radio stations use the masts over here. With that said, there is some military over here, and they did give me some trouble and were asking me for a filming permit. But we spoke to the gentleman, and he was finally okay with us filming. If you would like to visit Palais and visit the mountain, the taxi gentleman charged me 35,000 francs for a return trip. So yeah, Mount Agou. So apparently there is a fee to get in here. It's about 1,000 francs. But then if you want a guide, the guy is asking us for 15,000 francs. 15,000 is about $30 to look at the waterfalls. This has now escalated. This is crazy. Well, we finally agreed to pay the tour guide 3,000 francs, which is about $6, which is actually the average that most people pay for a tour guide to see these falls. To get to them, we have to drive to the point where you begin a long hike. It's about a 15-minute, 20 drive to the base where we begin the hike. Once we arrived at that base, we bought some fruit from this lady, and then we also checked out the area at the base. It's very nice green scenery in this area of Togo. That was cool. After that, we then began our long hike to check out these interesting waterfalls. I still cannot pronounce the name. Maybe I will at some point in this video. Oh. We've been promised these beautiful waterfalls. Woohoo! I thought we had arrived, but we are still hiking. Still going. Woo. We got this. Oh, not really. Hello. Salut. My pants ripped. They ripped. We're here. Oh. Finally we arrived. Whew. We are finally back. Finally. Oh. Merci à tous. Arrive at Château Viale. Thankfully, no drama here. Welcome to Château Viale, and this is another place that you can visit if you have time in Togo. It's not too far from Lomé. Okay, so let's go check out what's inside this old castle. Okay.
The person who lives here first is white man.
Okay.
Because he marked Viale.
Viale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Viale is his name. He lived here before. After our president, Nasibe Yademan.
Okay.
The father of the new president.
Yes.
Lived here.
Basically, this castle was abandoned. There is nothing much to it. It's just an abandoned building. Wow. Interesting. Wow.
It's very, very long time.
Yes. We are in Aného, and we're at an estuary. This is where the Mono River meets the Atlantic Ocean, right here. Benin is just a few kilometers from here. Hello, this is Julian. Julian is my guide today, and she's taking me around on my birthday, taking me around to Togoville and to Aného. So thank you very much, Julian.
I see you.
Again, we're with Kwame. Kwame drove us to Palais.
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 Yeah.
Followed me the other day, yeah.
Aného was once the capital city of Togo. Driving around, you will notice the strong voodoo presence. Well, there isn't really much to do in this small town. However, you can visit a very small museum there. It's one thing we saw. And also visit the Aného Protestant Church and the very beautiful Aného Peter and Paul Church. Here we are in another cathedral. This is the inside. Really beautiful. Not too far from Aného is the slave house. Expect to spend about 1 hour touring this particular one. The tour guide explained to us the history, and then he proceeded to show us where the slaves were kept before they were shipped out of Togo. It is in this crawl space that I just had never seen, even at the other slave houses in Ghana and in Senegal and in Zanzibar. We all descended into the crawl space and experienced firsthand what the slaves had to go through in the 1800s. You will find that the original structures of this slave house still exist. That is really great. Also, because this is a tourist attraction, yes, there is a craft market with some paintings and things that you can take back home. So check this out. The guide Julian was like, okay, you know what? We're gonna go to Togoville. To get to Togoville, you need to cross Lake Togo. And what she did, which was so incredible, she arranged for her relatives who live in Togoville to make a sort of meal so that we can all go just have something on my birthday. After eating that incredible meal, Julian, our guide, and another guide took us on a tour of Togoville.
We used to say Tuago, which means under the mountain.
Tuago. In what language?
In Togo language, Ewe.
Okay, Ewe, okay.
Yeah. So in that time there was the German, so they cannot well pronounce the word Tuago.
Tuago.
So they said Togo Stadt in German language.
Togo.
Stadt.
Togo Stadt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after the first war came the French people.
Okay.
So they changed the name Togo Stadt into Togoville. So it is the name Tuago they give to the whole country, Togo. Yeah.
So this is the original.
The original from Togo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in this village you have two activities, fisher and agriculture.
Okay.
Yeah. So in our market day, people make fish activity. They brought fish, and people make agriculture. They brought produce, so they barter trade.
Okay, fish.
So
Okay.
we still continue on Wednesday. They do it here. And we have also two religions, Catholic and Voodoo.
Okay.
But people practice Voodoo. Voodoo are more than Catholic.
Okay.
So in 1985, the Pope John Paul II he came here.
1995. Okay.
He came here.
Yeah.
And he came same like you by boat.
Okay.
And returned by car.
Oh.
When he came here, he was welcomed by the representative of the two religions, the Voodoo people and the Catholic people. Even it was a Voodoo priest who makes ceremony to welcome the Pope.
Inside the cathedral, there is an awesome tribute to the 45 Ugandan martyrs who were executed between 1885 and 1887.
So they are the one we call Martyrs of Uganda. They are the Martyrs of Uganda.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is
This
all of them. So it is the way they kill them is that they ride under all the bridges.
Okay.
Yeah.
all the Ugandan martyrs are here. Amongst all the saints,
The
it
one
is,
that most of Catholic people like
Right.
is Saint Kizito.
okay,
He's the youngest one.
because he was the youngest. So time for us to head back. The fishermen look like they're dancing.
All I can say is I definitely took Togo for granted. I thought I was going to be bored here after a couple of days, but if you can, come over to Togoville, cross the lake. It's really beautiful over here. You can come and spend a few days here. It's really, really incredible. Definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend it. Well done, Togo. Good.
It was then time for me to leave Togo. I got a direct flight from Lomé to New York. There just isn't enough stuff to find to do in Togo online, so I really hope that this video helps. Maybe I did not cover everything that is there to do in Togo, so kindly leave in the comments anything else that you could have added to this trip. For more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel, follow me on social media at Habeeb's Passport, and I'll see you in the next African country. Thank you.